Hey everybody, it's Donna here from Purple Pinky Promises. Welcome. Sorry I'm a little late. We still have quite a bit of rain, but I think the worst of it is past. It's some big claps of thunder. I was having trouble getting connected, and I think that the weather could have been what was causing me not to be able to get connected. So thanks for waiting for me. If you're here, say hello. Okay, well, we are doing July, the July portion of our calendar tonight. I'm so excited. We're just gonna go really simple today. And while I'm waiting for people to hop on, I am going to grab, some paper to stamp on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it so that I can salvage some of this. So we're gonna go with 4, I believe. It's half, looks half. I'm just cutting up some paper. This is what I'm going to use to stamp my, I call it a sentiment, but it's the theme of this calendar. Is that big enough? Yeah, that's plenty. It's probably too big. Perfect, okay. Awesome. All right. That is for my sentiment. I think we're good to go. Well, hello everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started. When you're here, just holler, say hello. I am using this gorgeous, hi Lindy, good crafternoon to you. I am using, whoops, backwards. I am using this beautiful Americana paper from Honeybee Stamps. Beautiful, beautiful paper. The florals in the Patriotic theme is just absolutely gorgeous. I did take those last few, we've even got, look at that, isn't that cool? So this is, pattern is what I'm gonna use for our themed stamp, for the theme of our calendar. So gorgeous paper from Honeybee, that's what we're using today. We're going simple. I have an appointment at 7 o'clock, so I gotta skedaddle out of here after I'm done. So let's see, what else do I have? I pulled out these tags, the tag. This is called the, hold on a sec. Got something blocking it here. It's called the Hearts and Stars Skinny Tag. And it comes with a lot of different hearts and stars, and I really like this. And I have a bunch of gold ones that are already cut out, so I'm just going to use what I have in my stash here to make it simple. So that's what we'll do with those. And I literally am just going to go with Let Freedom Ring and maybe do some inking. So without further ado, I'm going to get started on this calendar. I'm going to stamp Let Freedom Ring first. And yeah, I love this wood grain. Wish we could get some of that rain. I know it was a good, we've had some, we're not dry. We've had a lot of rain this year. So I can't complain about any of that. Our grass looks beautiful, but it's been really hot. So I don't know that it's gonna really even cool things off. It's just hot. so the rain is very needed. So I pray that you get some of that rain. Pray it goes your way. Go towards Lindy. Give them rain. Okay, so we're gonna do this Let Freedom Ring. I'm gonna stamp it on this. It's kind of like a woven fabric look. Just thought that would be pretty. So, and I'm gonna fussy cut it. Yes, I'm just gonna fussy cut it out. We're gonna stamp this. I'm gonna stamp it in, I think I'm gonna stamp it in the blue, but I thought maybe I would stamp it in black. I think I'm gonna stamp it in the black because we're gonna go with black on, now I'm second guessing myself. Should I do it in black? I am. There is black in here, so it'll be okay in black. So I'm gonna do it in black because our calendar is gonna be in black. So, all right, decision is made. I was gonna do it with that Juniper Mist, but a second decided to change that. Well, that's nice. Okay, we're gonna set that aside to dry. And I think that's all the stamping I need for today. All right, so let's go ahead and do our, and by the way, this Patriotic Sentiments from Dare to Be Artsy, I have used this so much. I've used this, and now I mean, this is a great set. Fantastic from Dare to Be Artsy. Love it. Okay, let's do this BetterPress portion. Let's get this out of the way. Then we can start. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just use this. I'll use this one. Turn it over here. No. Something on this. Oh, it's just tape. It's just, okay. We're good. I'm gonna trim that off because it's gonna mess with my head when it comes to measuring. Your plate down first. So we're doing July. And ever since I left off the weekdays, I can't even remember what month it was. I have no idea. If you want to refer to how, hi Kelly, welcome. If you want to refer to how I have done the past calendars and what I've used for measurements, this is last month's. I had a lot of fun doing that one. That was really pretty. You can watch one of the past videos for that. But our base is the same size as a card, a full card front, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'd have to measure this. I'll tell you here in a minute what I used for measuring that. But we're gonna do the calendar part right here. I'm feeling like I should grab another piece of, no, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. All right, so here's our July. Now I have to think. July 4th is on a Friday. And Thursday would be the 3rd. Wednesday, so it's on a Tuesday. So now I need to find my calendar that starts day 1 on a Tuesday. So let's find day 1 on a Tuesday. Sunday is the first day on this one, so I think I found it. I think. So if this, see, I have to think backwards. This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And there's 31 days. So I do believe that is correct. I don't have a phone with me. I can't look to see what the calendar looks like for that. Okay. Yep. We're good. So now we're going to put July, I'm looking at it. That was upside down. This is right side up. So I'm trying to get this centered. So I want this, this is my Wednesday. So Wednesday needs to go right in the middle. So I'm gonna pop that right in the middle. I'm gonna use my grid lines to kind of line that up. I'm gonna go with my days of the week. And I think I have the wrong, yep, this is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I have the wrong one. So it needs to be on the other side. If I'm looking at it right. That would be correct. So it needs to start with 1 over here. That's how you can kind of tell whether or not you're in the right place on starting your days of the week. And that would be this one, I believe. Nope. This is honestly the hardest part of this, is finding your calendar. Okay. It's not that one. Is it this one? I believe we found it, folks. Woo woo, we found it. Okay, so now back to this. So Wednesday needs to go in the middle. So lining up Wednesday. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna bring it in. So I'm lining up my Wednesday with this centerpiece right here. And now everything else lines up. We're all good to go. I think we're good. Okay, so now I am going to put this face down. Hi, Linda, welcome. I saw movement. I was like, somebody's here. Okay. This should be good. And now I'm gonna pick it up. It should be good. Welcome, welcome. The gang's all here. So I'm going to ink this up. I already have adhesive on my plate. It's a removable adhesive, so it's already there. I'll bring you back out. I didn't take it off the last time I used it, so my plate is still very, very sticky on here. The last time I used it. No comment from the peanut gallery either. All right. That was kind of funny, actually. It involves Kelly. We did a little BetterPress project here, and poor Kelly, we had her paper turned around, so she had to do it again. All right. Here it is. Oops, this way. Okay. I'm picking it up by handles only and rolling that through. You'll run this right through. And it's just paper. If it messes up, we can always do it again. Right, Kelly? It's just paper. Well, let's check it before we put everything away. Let's make sure we're happy with it. And I'm very happy with that, so it looks great. And that can go in this can go. There it is. Okay. All right. We now have our calendar portion. So we can cut this down, and I'm going to cut it down to measure the same as this piece here, which happens to be 3.5 by 2 3/4. Now the 2 3/4 might not be as the same, but we definitely want the side to side measurement to be the same, which is 3.5. So we're going to cut that down to 3.5. I'm just going to cheat and use this little puppy I have here. Okay, so it measures 4 1/4. So we're going down to 3.5, which means we're taking off 3/4. So I'm going to take off 1/4, and then I'm going to take off 1/8. So I'm going down to 3.5. And before I cut this, I'm going to double check it and look and see if that's what I want. And I feel like that looks really good and centered to me. And my cuts aren't even. Could be this thing. It's not straight. Okay, give me a second. Let me do it right. Where'd you go? There you are. I feel like I'm not straight or something. Is that straight? It is not, and it is on this side that it is not straight. So something happened with that last cut. So I'm measuring it, folks. I can't quite go up too high. I'll run into my iPad if I do. So going to 3.5. Actually, I need to take this off. This will help. And I think that's what it was. It was actually the fact that I had wobbly, whoops, you guys. So sorry. See, I messed up my iPad. There we go. Sorry, folks. Cutting this off. So I just cut off so it'd have a straight edge. And now I'm going to come across here, get me another straight edge. Just shoring it up. And now we can get that edge just a bit better. So that is what happened. All right, I think it's salvageable. Got some stray bits here. Let's try that again. I'm gonna try it again. 1 second. Now that I've identified the problem, there. Perfect. Hip, hip. Now let's see how I'm doing with measurement here. With the, I think we look good. It looks great. Now, where are we compared to this? We might have to trim off a little bit of our white. So let's just keep trimming. I'm gonna take off, I'm gonna do 1/8 of an inch here. And I'm gonna do another 1/8 of an inch here and see what we have. I always go slow with cutting, or I just, Now what do we have? Then I'll give you a final measurement. I'm an eyeballer, folks. I like to eyeball things. I'm going to take more off the bottom. I'm going to take a quarter, maybe another 1/8 of an inch. That looks straight. All right. Here we are. I like the guillotine. I don't know why, but I just do. Here we go. This is where I wanted it. I was gonna give it that much. I wanted that much. I think we're good. I could even do a little border between them if I wanted to. I might. We're done with that. Or we say we are. We might not really be. All right, so here it is. Do I want that to cover here, or do I want it to go there? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to cover it. All right. Now there's a part of me that feels like I need to have like a border of some sort behind that for whatever reason. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut one just because I feel like it might help. I'm gonna ink this up too. I'm gonna make it a little more vintage looking. So I'm going to try to find a solid. See if I can find a good solid. I think there's a blue in here that'll just give us a little bit of a border, or maybe even something like that. No more wood. I think this might even help if we did it. Kind of breaking it up between the two. I'm looking at that, and I'm looking, there's a blue in here. Pull this out and kind of look at it and see. It's light enough, it's lighter than that enough that I kind of like that burlap. But our sentiment is going to be in that, and I don't know. Thinking, but it's not right next to it, so I think I might glue this together with just a smidgen of a border. I gotta ink this up first. I'm gonna hold on to this. Okay, looking at it one more time to see if there's anything else on here other than the blue or that kind of can serve as a solid. I think I like that. It just kind of breaks it up a little. I feel like it's too much to be on top of each other. I don't like that. It needs something behind there. So let me ink this up. I'm going to use some vintage photo. And I'm just going to go over it just a little. Not anything crazy, going light across it, and then I might go vintage around those edges. So just giving it some more of a cream to kind of line up with our project here. And I like that. That's much better. That's going to look nice. All right, now I'm going to go and just kind of go around these edges. which is what I'm going to end up doing with everything. And I like that. That's cute. Okay, let's do that with this. We could distress the edges too. That would be kind of neat. Get a little more ink here. Okay, I like that. Looks good. All right. So now, glue these together. I think I'm gonna just go over the edge of that for just a smidge. And then I could trim it if I needed to. So let's get the glue. Let's just glue that on. I don't know if any ink is going to come out because that was really tight. That was really in there. So I may have put that in there when it was. Much better. All right, here we go. I am going this way with it. All right, I'm gonna take this down, glue them together, just barely. I think I need to trim that ever so slightly, which means I'll have to ink it again. Now, oh, it's gonna be fine. I have to tell myself it's gonna be fine. 3.5 by, I may trim off some of this. Yep, I'm gonna bring it down to 4 3/4. All right, back again. I'm gonna take that edge off real quick. Actually, it's better if I use this guillotine. It takes off the small smidgens a little bit better than that. So I'm gonna take that. So we're going with 3.5. Perfect. 4 3/4, is that what I said? 4 3/4. Yes. Yeah. I don't even know if it was really even inked up enough to make a difference that you could even see. Maybe over here. So we're good. Okay. So let's do this piece to measure. Now this is where I'm going to use this. Do y'all have like thousands of different cutting tools for certain purposes? I do. Okay, 4 3/4. So we want it to be, I just want it to be like 1/8 of an inch more. I just want it to be a small bit around there. So I'm going 4 7/8. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, it's 4 7/8. Yeah, it's just a smidge around, just a little smidge to break it up. And this is 3.5, so that would be 3 5/8. Half. Nope, wrong. There's half. And then, looking at this upside down, you guys. So if I do this wrong, that's why. All right, I think I got it. Whoop, whoop, I got it. Except for that corner right there. What is happening here? What is happening? I need Lindy here to cut for me. That's what's happening here. She's good at cutting. Okay, let's go. Just a smidgeroony. I don't know that that even did anything. There. Now see what we've got going on here. All right, we've got it. It's on. We're done. Do you ever feel like that? It's over. We're doing this. Okay, so I am just going to ink this up just a little bit around these edges. I'm also going to ink up my white part of my background. I'm just going to take the, I'm actually just going to do this. That's all I'm doing. Because we have such a small border, that is what's happening. Guys, I was like, what is happening here? My heavens to Betsy. I don't know what's happening. Now we'll see what that looked like. I ain't cutting this anymore. Real crafting. I'll give you the measurement here. Let's see what we end up with. Yep, we're gonna have to trim the top again. Yep, I'm gonna trim that top, just 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so we're down to 4 3/4. I'm gonna bring it down. Let's try that. Let's see what we get there. There it is. Woo woo. All right, now we got it. Hip hip hooray. That looks good. I like that. That's a little better. I feel like it needed something around, especially around that top portion. It just needed something. Now let me get this inked up. I will. Don't need to necessarily do all, oh boy. Are we still, guys? Uh-oh. Well, it looks like I am going to have to post this video. So we're still recording. I kid you not. It's always something. So I am, dear, my phone, that's what happened. It's not even recording. Hold on here, folks. Okay. 1 second here. Uh-oh. We are having some technical issues. Okay, I am definitely having some connection problems, folks. Luckily, okay. Okay, so we've got, whoops. Here we go. So hopefully this is still recording, and I will post the video. I'll have to take down what went up and then post the video of the finished, of our finished product here. Okay. There it is. I love this. I feel like I almost need something else around those edges too, like a blue or something to kind of set it off, set it apart. And I might end up doing that after the live. All right. I don't have any brushes here at the table with me. I feel like it's like, let's move on. So I'm going to move on to our, you can call it a sentiment. We're going to call it the theme of this calendar, this particular month, which is Let Freedom Ring. So I'm just fussy cutting this out. Just moving my, it is dry. Moving my paper and not my scissors. Looks like I lost you guys. For sure. My apologies. You know, old building, weather, sometimes it just gets a little unpredictable. So fussy cut this out. Let's bring this in just a bit, and I'm going to ink it up just like I've done everything else. And I'm going to take this vintage photo and go around the edges, kind of my thought was to bring it kind of like that at the top. I thought that would be good, and pop it up, and then we can get some stars and stuff in here. I might even do some stars across this middle part. That would be kind of fun. So let's do that. Let's get that finished. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue this. Yeah, we're definitely still storming here. You can hear the thunder. So our power surged. So I lost power and the internet must have like glitched, like came on and went back. So that's what that was all about. My apologies. It's life with life. You just really don't ever know what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna glue this on. And maybe, I think I am gonna go get something to, I'm gonna go around these edges out here and these edges with some of this juniper mist. I think that would be really pretty. So 1 second, folks, I'll be right back. Sometimes my little foam pads aren't very organized. But I'm gonna go one side and it's gonna be fine. So we have Catherine Pooler Juniper Mist here. And I'm just gonna use one side of it. And I'm gonna go all around this with just a little dark inking where you can still see that we have brown, but we're gonna have a little bit of that darker, it's like a darker framing here. And I'm gonna go around this edge. And I'm gonna give it a real distinct, and I'm not looking for perfection. If I get a little wonky with it, that's okay. I'm all right with it. Just felt like it needed a little more framing. And this, I feel like, did it. Sorry, I'm going around it. My apologies. Just around these edges. I didn't realize I wasn't showing you what I was doing. So I run around this edge. And I go around it one more time, just with a little bit more. And all of those edges. I'll give you a final measurement. On this, we have, well, that's good. I like that. I like that different blue on there. That's kind of cool. So now it really is distinct on there. And I really like that a whole lot better with those edges like that. It was too much vintage photo. I felt like it just needed a little bit more something else. There we go. Let's get that blue on there. Okay. And there it is. So our final measurements came down to be on this burlap or whatever, this linen piece, came down to measuring 3 5/8 by, we're gonna go 16ths, folks, 4 13/16. So you could technically, I could have probably brought it down a smidgen down to 4 3/4 and adjusted this as well. And so yeah, this is 3 5/8 by 4 13/16, I believe. Yeah, 13/16. And then this piece ended up measuring, oh, that's so pretty on the back, you guys. Look how pretty that is. Ah, I love it. This one measures 3 1/2 by 4 5/8. So, yeah. All right. Okey-doke, let's glue that down. I'm over here to the, I need to zoom out. I do love how pretty that looks on the back. And there it is. I didn't get that. All right, Let Freedom Ring's gonna have to cover that. It's gonna have to come up here and cover up where I went womper-jawed. So that's why we craft with, why we get creative with our crafting. Because sometimes we're womper-jawed. A little left over. And now we'll still have some left over. And listen to the beautiful birds singing. Make sure I don't have anything . Yep, got a little showing around the front, so let's take care of that first. Just a little bit of something there. Okay, got it. Sticking to my fingers. Okay. This is sticky stuff, you guys. There it is. So Let Freedom Ring. I did kind of want it womper-jawed, but it has to be since I messed up my. So I'm going to take some of these, and I thought, how pretty would that be across there? I thought it would be kind of neat here too, kind of in the centers of those. get our tray out. Let's do. I like that. I like these. Kind of like a neat little border across here. I thought that would be cool. Let's get a different size. We have more gold. Yay. So kind of spread them out. I thought that'd be kind of cute to make them not even, but there's one. Let's get a couple more a few more smalls. If I have them. Where are ya? All right. There's a small. I think that'll do it for that little border there. That's good. And then I can bring one up here. I don't know that I have any more small gold. I do! Hip hip. So let's just bring that right there. I like that there. And I think that's it. That is our July calendar. So, oops. Let's put this down. Yeah. I don't have to have it even. Come on. Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay, good. You can see. Switch these out. Yeah. The even in my brain won. The need to make it even won out. you over. There. Now let's do these. Perfect. It's done. Yay, you guys. I did it. There it is. A vintage little 4th of July calendar. I love it. Yay. All right, folks. Thanks for putting up with all the tech stuff. Oh, are we still on here? Ah, I'm still on here. Well, hip hip. All right, yay. All right, thanks for hanging in there with me. I thought I was by myself for a while there. And hi, Pam. I didn't notice you were on here. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys, take care and have a great, safe 4th of July. I will see you probably before. I'll see you next Thursday. But, so I'll wish you a happy, safe 4th. Next Thursday. All right. Take care.